Recently, CBSE has come out with a public notice regarding the board examination of class 10th for the year 2026. CBSE has proposed two board exams for the coming session, and it has also invited suggestions from the stakeholders, parents, students, teachers by 9th March, and then it will go ahead and finalize its policy. Now let us understand in brief what exactly CBSE has proposed for class 10. CBSE has proposed that from 2026 it will conduct board in two phases. So phase 1 will be starting from 17th February until 6th March, in which the 5 main subjects will be conducted, and then they will have an additional language subject which will be conducted in a single day, and then you have optional subject like AI, data science and so on, which will be conducted on 3 phases. In the first phase, 3 phases means 2 to 3 days will be given depending on the combination a student has chosen, so that he can have the proper gap. Though date sheet is released, in the date sheet you will find other subjects, remaining subjects, and phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. It only means out of the 3 dates a student will be getting one of the dates, so that the exams doesn't clash and he has a gap. Now what after the first phase? After the first phase, they will conduct second phase from 5th March. Now what is the second phase about? Now a student who takes first exam and has done well in all and is satisfied, and he doesn't want to opt for the second phase, then fine, the result will be of first phase. Now suppose a student has appeared in first but hasn't performed in some of the subjects well, then he can choose to appear for those subjects in phase 2 or even for the entire exam, and best of the 2 exams will be taken as the result. Now what about the admission in class 11th? In 11th the student can take admission on the basis of phase 1, and in case he has failed, then also he can take a provisional admission on the basis of that and then appear for phase 2 and he will get a permanent admission. Now what if the student doesn't appear in the phase 1? Then his only option is to appear phase 2. They will not conduct any supplementary or any phase 3 that you did not get 2 attempts. But yes, they have said those who appear only in phase 2, they will have the option of appearing next year phase 1, but with the same syllabus which is there for the next year, not the current one. So that is there. Now CBSE is basically taking out this as per NEP, where they have talked of reducing exam stress. So one of the positives which I can see is definitely it will reduce the exam stress of the students, because when there are 2 exams and you don't perform well in one, then you have the chance for appearing for the other exam, and that gives you a less stress mentally. And suppose you did not do well in one of the 2 papers, then you have the option of improving them in the next paper and you get more time. So there is 7th, 6th March and then 5th May, so you get 2 months time. So that is a positive thing. Second, as per NEP, they are going for more of objective approach rather than cramming. It is more of application based. That is also a welcome step. Now in negativity, if I see, whenever there is more exam, the stress of students goes up for many students. Then they have to wait, and everybody, you see JEE exam, everybody almost takes the second exam. So the period of exams go till May end and result will come by June end. So you see the period is very large for a class 10th. He has to also appear for entrance exams and further things ahead. He has to plan. So as I see, the students who are preparing for entrance most likely will take only phase 1 and they will move ahead with their preparation for entrance in phase 2. So that is one thing. Then implementation is difficult, because I don't think CBSE has trained teachers at large scale for this. So it means there are so many government schools and all who teachers have to be trained for this. Third, they haven't even come out with any clarification what about the 9th who would be opting for admission, because if NCF, which they have put in the domain, public domain, will it be implemented? If that is implemented, then present 9th has to take 3 languages. So they have to clarify on this also. Now they have also proposed class 12th examination from 17th Feb, but it is only one exam that is proposed. And if I see the date sheet, there are 2 days gap between most of the major subjects. They have proposed 6 major and 9 minor. So this 2 day gap for many subjects may be troublesome for students when they don't get time. And that is one thing they need to clarify, that for 12th, subsequent to that, there will be 2 exams or not. In case there is 2 board exam, then present 11th, Will it opt for NCF formula for opting subject? Then the student will have to take 2 languages. Then the NEP talks of multidisciplinary. Now, if a student suppose wants to take maths, physics, and accounts, and political science and language, then will he be able to appear for JE? Will JE also modify its syllabus? That also has to be clarified. Second, does the schools have this infrastructure to give so many subjects to a student? Do they have teachers? Now, suppose for pole science there are only 3 students. How does the school run that? So they need to clarify it in a very larger way rather than just coming up with this draft at the last moment when the session is about to start. So that is also has to be seen. CBSE has specifically mentioned that coaching stress will be reduced. In my opinion, when there are multiple exams and students are appearing for it, the coaching will increase. They will definitely take assistance. Today, many parents are not able to guide them. And since there is paucity of time here, you have to finish the syllabus by December, because if Feb the first phase is starting, by December pre-board, so rather November teachers will be finishing. So the CBSE has to understand, in my opinion, that coaching is going to increase. And what about entrance change in syllabus? Because that also has to be modified as per NEP. And CBSE has made board exams redundant. Why? Because with CUET coming, no weightage of boards, it's a very difficult thing. So CBSE has to work, at least put some weightage to CUET and other entrants. There should be one nation, one syllabus. If you cannot have one nation, one board, at least have one nation, one syllabus and a uniform timing, so that the entrances are not getting clashed with other things. So that is all. Although it's a welcome step right now, but how many boards will implement, how it will be implemented in such a large country like India has to be seen. And since education is a concurrent matter, how the states and center will coordinate again has to be seen, because parents and all can give suggestion, they cannot implement this policy. So let's see for that. This is Keshav Agarwal from Coaching Federation of India. Thank you.